in order for someone to be charged or someone not to be charged to be liable for being negligent and to pay damages, there's certain elements that you must establish. And that is the duty of a lawyer when you go to court. For instance, if let's say PNG Power was negligent and the whole snacks factory in Ley, there was an electrical fault through the lines installed by PNG Power. They were negligent, a fire started and burnt out the factory that's worth 5 million kina. Now, if there's something like that happens, you will see that the owners will say that no, it was the fault of PNG Power and we want PNG Power to be liable. So the first thing the lawyer for the company will do is write a letter outlining the reasons in the law, saying that because of this law of negligence, you had a duty of care to ensure that the power was upgraded, the systems and the equipments was upgraded. You negligently left it alone. As a result, the fire started there. The fire came onto the factory, and I have suffered 5 million kina in in damages because the factory and the machines cost me 5 million kina. All right. The lawyer read the letter and said, I will sue you, otherwise you pay me 5 million. So if PNG Power, they will say that we have read your letter. Unfortunately, we don't think that we are liable and we will not pay 5 million. Okay. Then they will go to court. They will go to court, and then Lay Biscuit will have to prove that they suffered a type of damages recognized by the law of tort. And in this case here, you will note that it's a duty of care to ensure that the product was of good quality. As a result, they would say that product liability, the products that you were using as the provider of power into the factory was worn out. We countless times told you to replace it. You didn't replace it. As a result, the fire started and our property was burnt down. So they would say that one, we suffered damages, property was burnt down. The two, the defendant owed the claimant a duty of care. So in that case, they say, yes, that power line, no one else is given the duty to maintain the power line, but under the law, it's the duty of the PNG Power. We as private individuals can do it, but we are not allowed to do it because the law places the duty on PNG Power. So that's they will argue there was a duty, and then the third thing they will argue is the breach of that duty. Under the duty, in the example that we're talking about, you will see that you were responsible for that power line. So when we saw it, we told you how many times through written letters to the office, you didn't do anything. As a result, you will see that the fire started there and burnt our property. There's a direct link or the direct causation. It was reasonably foreseeable that the fire started up there, came all the way, and burnt our property. As a result, you are liable to pay us in damages. So there was a duty there, there was a breach of that duty. That breach of duty caused damages, and as a result, you are liable to pay us for the damages incurred. See, there's the elements that you must satisfy. There was a type of you suffered damages. The defendant, the person owed you a duty, the claimant a duty. They breached that duty, and the breach of duty directly caused the damages, and as a result, you'll be allowed damages. So coming back to my example about the Puya guest house, if I go into Puya guest house, he is the occupier of the premises. He owes me as a guest there a duty of care to ensure that there's light for me to cover or climb up that thick staircase. And if I go up that steep staircase, there's no light, I fall down, break my wrist and ankle, break the iPhone that I carried. So they owed me a duty, they failed to basically effect the duty. I suffered damages, and the damages were directly related or directly sort of upon the Puya guest house. As a result, I suffered the duty, I suffered damages to my body and also damages to property, which is my phone. As a result, they are liable to pay me those damages. So always know negligence is a doctrine of the law of torts that basically states that there was a duty of care, it was breached, and someone suffered injuries as a result, they're liable. The injured party can claim from the person who has failed to uphold their duty or breached their duty. Thank you very much. In another set of lectures, we will go on to look at the topic of occupiers liability, and then we will look at the rules in legislature and invasion of privacy and defamation. Thank you very much.